Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we would make some lovely little sort of like charms and some sort of like journal jewellery to go on all of our little projects, whether they're paper projects or just sort of like hardback journals or things like that. So I think these are really pretty. Now this is the what I was working on in my last video. These two little sort of like multi-pocket little packs here, and these are the little charms that I attached to it as the closure. Now this is a Christmas one, so I've got a little bell on there, I've got a little snowflake, they're just made with some little bits of chain and some little dingly dangly bits on it. So I'm going to show you how to make those, but I'm also going to show you how to make these. Now this is the one that I did in the last video, so I've changed the closure. I did have this little dingly dangly on it, but I've changed it now because I thought this would look so pretty on it. It's really dainty and delicate, so it's sort of like a little charm. It's a little charm closure, little chain charm closure, and I think they are just so pretty. What I've done, I've attached it here with an eyelet and a little jump ring on there, and this just comes down as the closure, so when you're using it you can just close it onto that bit there and pull them down. But I just think they are so pretty, and also you can put all your little keepsakes on it. So if you've got your own journal, you could make one of these to pop onto yours and put all your lovely little keepsakes on it hanging off, or you can have like if you're doing a baby journal or a wedding one, a Christmas one, just add all the little charms in on here that would match in, and I just think it looks so pretty. I've popped one on here as well, which is the journal we did the other day, which is just clipped onto there, and I've attached it to the flower. But again, you can pop two little of the sort of like bulldog clips and clip it around the journal if you want to, but I quite like it attached to the flower, and it looks so dainty on there. I've got keys and little beads and little buttons, little heart up there which says made with love, and I'm just loving it. So I'm going to show you how to make those. Oh, and I'm going to show you quickly this one. This is one of my Oceanic Adventure journals, which I'm slowly getting done because I'm taking longer than I thought, and I've made this beautiful shell one. I'm just going to pop that underneath so you can see it. These are some shells that I've collected from my walk on the beach in the mornings. That's a lovely piece of sea glass. These are the little beads that we made in a tutorial, and it just hangs down, and I think that looks so pretty on there. Just a little jump ring again, which I've attached to a piece of the seam binding there, and onto the piece of fabric there, and it just dangles down, and I think that just looks so pretty. So it all matches in with the little dangles at the side as well. So let's start. Now these little ones, I'm going to start and show you how to make these. So I'm just going to get a little bulldog clip. Now I've got some little bits and pieces here, so let me just show you what I've got. I have been using some seed beads. Now let me just get my pliers on here. So I've got some seed beads on a little jump ring. Now the jump rings that I'm using are from this pack here. Now this is a multi-pack. I've got a link in my Amazon storefront so you can go and take a look, and they're from like 10 centimeters I think, and then we've got 8 and 7. I think these are 5, and then we've got some 4 in there as well. So there's a lovely different selection of jump rings in there. Now these are about the 7 centimeter ones, sorry, and I've just popped a little seed bead on there. I've got a lovely one on here which is just like a little crystal. Now these are crystals that come, I think you sew them on clothes because they've got little holes in the back where you can just slip a little jump ring through, which is perfect. I've got little buttons on here, so I've added a button in here. I've got some bells which are quite nice, which are nice and noisy. I've got some beautiful little charms here as well, and I've also added them onto some sort of like fabric roses. I've got one on here which has got a little bow. Now when you're attaching them to fabric or something like that that's quite stiff, pop 2 jump rings on, because you want them to move, and if you just have it on one they stay quite static. But if you have it on, pop a little jump ring on and then a bigger one, they tend to sort of like move a little bit more, and I think it looks a lot sort of prettier. And I've also even managed to pop a little bit on a piece of the rose trim. So again, I've got another little jump ring first and then a bigger one to hold it, so it means that you've got a lot more movement to them. And the little bow, and I'm also going to show you how to do it on these little they're just little embroidery flowers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, here we go, I've got a jump ring here, I've got a smaller jump ring. I'm just going to open that up. When you open up a jump ring, just push it away from you, don't pull it apart, because they're all sort of like deform, sort of like the circle of it. So pop that on there, and then I'm going to get a bigger one, which is the 7mm one, and pop that through the loop like that, and then that's it. And then you've got your lovely little dingly dangly on there, so they just dingle. So it's really simple. So whatever you can pop onto a little jump ring you can use. So let's get started. Now I've got some bits of chain here. Now this is a chain, because I've got a couple of chains, necklace chains that I use, and these are just ones from Broken Jewellery. So I'm going to show you how to use one of these. Okay, so just cut a little piece off. Broken Jewellery. Now if you don't have any chain, you can always link some of your jump rings together. Okay, so you can just take your jump rings and then just open it up like this. You can pop 2 of them on at the same time like that, close that up, and then you've got 3 there, and then just open the first one up again, pop another one on like that, just keep adding them, and then you've got your little sort of chain there like that, which you can use as well. But I'm going to just use this actual chain. So I'm going to take a smaller jump ring, I'm going to pop that on the top of the little chain, and then I'm going to take a bigger jump ring. So I think this one is the 5mm jump ring, I think. It might be a little bit bigger. Let's just try and measure this huge big ruler. Now they are done in millimeters. That's 5mm, and then the bigger one is the 7mm. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to take the little bulldog clip, and I'm going to just pop that through. Now you need the bigger jump ring obviously to get through there, so that's how it's going to be, just dingle dangles down like that. Now decide what you're going to pop on the end. What shall we have? Shall we have the little fairy? That looks pretty, doesn't it? So I'm going to take my little jump ring, my big jump ring should I say, pop that through, excuse me, and then pop that through the last link like that. Now this is quite a long one, you don't have to do it this long, and that just dangles down like that. And then what you want to do is just add your little bits and pieces that you've got. So let me just show you how to make one of those. They're really simple. I've got this little pot here which has got lots of little seed beads and stuff in there, so that's what I have been using. Pop the lid on so I don't drop it. So I'm going to take one of the little jump rings, you just pop one of the seed beads on, and that's it. And then what you can do, you just clip it through a piece of the chain, one of the little links, and do it up like that. And then you just work your way up with whatever you want to put on there. So here's another little shiny one. Let's just find the end. Clip that on there. So just hangs down. Now you can just keep going and going and going. Now I'm going to pop a little bell on there, I think, because I think that sound is lovely. And pop it down here at the bottom, near the bottom, so they can just jingle jangle down there. And keep carrying on and just add as many as you like. So just keep going. You can fill it up. You can have just a couple on there. It depends what you would like on your, you know, what sort of where you're going to put it really. You can sort of make it sort of blend in, match what you're doing, or you can have it completely different. Look, little fabric ones on there. I think that might be a little bit too big. Let's put a little pearl on there. Just wherever on there, like that. So look at that. I think that looks really, really lovely. And it doesn't take any time at all either. So let's pop a little blue one on there. Just pop that. Where should we put that? Just in there. Oops. Can't actually even pop them through the other links. It doesn't really matter where you put it. So look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So you can just carry on and keep making. You can pop a little bit of bling in the middle of your little flower there as well. But that looks so pretty. Let's just clip that on the side there. So look at that, isn't that lovely? Gorgeous. Right, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you how to make the little chain one. Let's pop that one out of the way. Now I've got an envelope here. Now if you haven't got any of these clips, okay, you can use a paper clip. Now I've just made an envelope here, really it's just out of my new papers, which are lovely, and I've made a couple of little paper clips. Now I thought what you could do, you could pop a paper clip on there like that, as sort of like so you close it. And then I'm going to make a little hole here with a eyelet. Let me just get my, let's just use this, let's just take that out. Let's make a little hole in here so we can pop a little eyelet in there. And get them out. I need a little white one, I only need a small one, just to hold in one of the little jump rings. Like that. I think these just make things pretty. Obviously you don't have to put it on all of your journals, but if you've got a really special journal that you want to make, I think adding this little extra would look so pretty. So let's just squash that down. So we've got a little eyelet in there, okay, which will pop a jump ring through. No, we won't. We will put the chain. Let's measure the chain. Now this has got a little I think they're lobster claw clasps on it. Now I might actually leave that on, and you can clip that onto there. But again, if you don't have it with a lobster claw clasp, just pop the jump ring onto the end of there. That can go on there, and then that will attach onto there, and then you just fill this in with all your little charms. So it really is a charm bracelet, isn't it? I'm gonna just chop that off there. You shall pop a jump ring in the end of here. There's so many different possibilities to make these and what you're going to put them onto. So that will just sit on there. Isn't that nice? I like it already. So that can go on there. You can have it coming from the top. You can have it wherever you like, but I quite like it from the side, so it does a nice little, hangs down nicely. So what shall we have in the middle of it? Let us get some, let's get that one out of the way. Let's get all our little dingly danglies I'm going to pop this little bow on, I think. So just go on. I think it's probably easier to put them on as you go, when the actual chain is on there. So get all your little bits and just hang them on there like this, just through. And the nice thing is they can just go anywhere you like. Doesn't really matter where they go. Let's have a key. Shall we hang a key off there? That. Actually, I might pop that one sort of in the middle, like that. Just keep checking it. Look at that. I love these. Let's pop a couple of these little ones with sea beads on. Oops, missed the hole. So obviously you have to get a little bit of chain, which has got, the chain has to be big enough so you can pop the little jump rings through. Just fill it in. But I think that it would be lovely to have, if you're doing one for your grandchildren or something like that, little keepsakes on it would be beautiful, wouldn't it? A little pink one over here. I think I might put this nice big rose over this side on here. I'm going to hang that off the big jump ring at the end, like that. Lovely. Right, now I've got a tiny little button there. So again, I'm going to use one of the jump rings, pop it through the hole, pop it onto here. So what you can do, you can rummage through all of your little bits and pieces. Look at that, doesn't that look lovely? And then to open it up, you just open it up like that and then clip that on, like that. Lovely. So yes, find all your little odd bits and pieces and just put jump rings on them, and then just add them to your chains and all sorts. You can make some really pretty stuff. Get that through one of the holes if I can. There we go. Look at that, isn't that just gorgeous? And I'll probably stick something on the little paper clip as well. But I'm loving those. I think that's enough, but you can, I like it because it looks quite dainty. I think it, but obviously if you wanted it to be a lot fuller, you can, but I'm just loving the daintiness of it, and I just love the way it just dingle dangles. But it's so lovely to give somebody a nice little special one, wouldn't it, with all the little bits on. So there we go, guys, that's how you make them. That's how you make the little dingly dangly bits. So you can just, you know, find all your lovely little bits and pieces and pop them onto your little charms, and I think they are just gorgeous. Loving them. That can go on there. I've got a little booklet here, which is my little butterfly one, which would probably look quite nice on there, wouldn't it? Just so pretty. Well, there we are, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're going to give it a go, because I think they are just gorgeous. So that's that one. That's that little one there. We've got the little postcard envelope. We've got this little one here, which I will pop onto there as well. And don't forget, if you go for a little walk, you can find all lovely little bits and make a really pretty one, or quite an eclectic one with all lots of little bits that you have in your stash or that you've collected. And there's the other one there. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're going to give it a go, because I think they are just so pretty, and I think they're really nice. A lot of people do. I have on my journals before, I've used them to connect the the back and the front of your journal together with these. So you put one on the back and one on the front, and then you can have your chain in between and dangle stuff on off them, which is better with a hardback journal, I think. But I am just loving them. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you all soon. Alright guys, bye bye.